And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, of course, BB8. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the season premiere of Supergirl, Season 6, Episode 1. Well, technically, this is actually Season 5, Episode 22, since this was supposed to be the last episode of last season, but due to the global world thing, couldn't happen. So this basically is the final episode of season 5, but they made it to season 1 of 6. So yeah, that's it. This is the last season of Supergirl, which is a darn shame. You know, I really enjoy Supergirl a lot. I think Supergirl's a very fun show. Not exactly like oh my goodness, the greatest thing ever. I mean, I still enjoy Arrow the most out of all the CW shows, but Supergirl is amazing and I love it. And before I begin, congratulations to Melissa Benoist. She did have a child, during all this. That's why, production shut down a little bit early due to the fact that she was pregnant and also, the global thing. But now that she had her kid, we're back to normal, kind of. So, let's talk about this episode. So, we all know that Leviathan was basically using those, those 3Ds, what do you call it? Virtual reality goggles that new Catco lady owns, and she was building up that new company to, make new technology, and she had Lena's help. So, well, the team literally stopped Leviathan from taking over the planet. On comes in Lex Luthor, decides, I could do it better what you guys couldn't do, and he decides to take over the technology and decides instead of people being stuck in that virtual world and being trapped and thinking it's all real and all magical, no. He kind of reprogrammed the program to make it look like everybody who is plugged into that world will worship and love him outside in the real world. And those who don't like him, well, they just get killed. So, yeah, there was that. And of course, Supergirl, Brainy, Nia, or Dreamer, Martian Manhunter, his girlfriend, they all had to team up with Lena, and of course Alex as well, and stop him. And of course, Lex Luthor, he always have a contingency plans for everything he does, because he's Lex Luthor, and he knows how to deal with everybody, and his main goal now is to get the superpowers from all the Leviathan people, which he did at one point, and destroy Supergirl, which he kind of did, but not really. But I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, first of all, seeing this episode was a lot of fun. I mean, seeing Lex Luthor with powers again is kind of cool. Kind of wish he had that when he was actually fighting Superman, and any other, versions of Superman and Lex Luthor fights. But it was kind of cool seeing him do that. But yeah. Also, we got to see the fact that Supergirl gets trapped in the Phantom Zone. Yep, that was basically the end of the episode. She gets trapped in the Phantom Zone, which, if you don't know, the Phantom Zone was a prison that Jor-El's grandfather built decades ago to imprison the most vicious criminals in the galaxy, and trap them in this parallel dimension where you can never get out. And there's a machine they had that Superman keeps in the Fortress of Solitude that will suck up the villains or whatever. Big threat. If there's a big threat that Superman can't contain on Earth or in a prison, they will send them there to the Phantom Zone only as a last resort, because Superman knows that place is kind of like being in hell, but throwing away the key. Kind of like that situation. Of course, Lex Luthor uses it on Supergirl. She gets trapped, and everybody thinks that she's dead because they can't find her in there. And the Phantom Zone is very deep and dark, and she could be anywhere in the Phantom Zone. But I'll get to the moment of how she's gonna actually escape. But we'll find out how. I have a theory of how she's gonna get out, but I'll explain that at the end. And of course, they eventually stop Lex, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, you can stop me, but if you throw me in jail, I'm just gonna tell the world that Supergirl is Kara Danvers." And then, of course, Lena decides to get one of the technologies that can, wipe people's minds. which she uses on her brother and her mother as well. So there's that. But she doesn't like use it on herself. But I guess maybe she's now open minded about why Kara kept that secret from her. Because remember last season when before the whole crisis happened, that was the big problem that the two of them had. Like, oh wait, you never told me you were Supergirl. You lied to me. And then she was angry at her for most of that season. And then now she understands that she was protecting her and what her friendship means to Kara. So hopefully Lena ends up being good again. So there's that. By the way, we also got to see Nina and of course Brainy interact. So they finally tell each other they love each other, or Brainy and Dreamer. So that was cool. It looks like Alex is gonna get a new superhero name. So that was interesting for Martian Manhunter. I can't remember what it was. Uh, Something with an S, I believe. So that's interesting. They got these like little metal plates that has everybody from the team, including Barry and of course Oliver's. I guess it's kind of like little signal buttons. Whenever you press it, they will automatically come. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, and of course the ending shows us Supergirl unconscious in the Phantom Zone, and all these bunch of things just come hovering over to her, and it just ends there. So, how is she gonna get out? There is one way for Supergirl to actually get out of there, and that's because she's an L. If you guys ever watched the show Krypton, even though that's not really kind of canon to Superman's, the Superman stuff now, but it is Superman canon to the lore. And anybody who's an L family member, if they get trapped in there, they can escape by putting their hand or their DNA in some kind of machine somewhere. It's like basically a skeleton key only for their family members. Because, Jor-El's grandfather built that in the Krypton show, and he built that escape plan just in case the enemies try to retaliate and take any of his family members and throw them in the Phantom Zone, thinking that they can escape. So since Kara is Superman's cousin, she should be able to find that key and get out herself. Or unless they decide to change that and have somebody else go in there and get her out themselves. Maybe Mon-El. I think he's coming back this season. Her real life husband. So there's a possibility there. Maybe Martian Manhunter will go in there, but only time will tell. But I can't really judge this first episode because technically this is the final episode of season 5. But for a first episode of season 6, not bad. But we are going to see the show without Supergirl for a couple of episodes. I mean, I don't think we're going to see her not be a part of the show for a long time. I feel like this is going to be the episodes where they filmed her without actually filming her. So I think the footage of Supergirl we're going to see is going to be old footage of her that they didn't use in season 5, maybe even 4. Because I think when they were filming the new season, I don't think Melissa Benoist was in fighting shape yet. I think she still had the baby weight at that time. Not really sure, but that's just a guess. So maybe when we do see Kara in the Phantom Zone, it won't really be her. It'll just be maybe her stunt double and some, doctored footage of her from the old seasons. So, it's a possibility. Until she gets out of there, which it could be episode 4, 5, who knows, but we just have to wait and see. I mean, Superman and Lois doesn't come back until May, so we have a pretty good month of Supergirl because it's going to be the final season, but I don't know how many episodes we're going to be getting. But it is a bummer that, this is the last season, but I am still looking forward to it. I do want to know what's going to happen. I do want to know if Supergirl is going to survive. There's a lot of theories that she might die in this season. I just don't see that happening. I always wish that if this show would end one day, that she would end up going into the future, the year 3000, where she ends up being part of the Legion of superheroes, with Brainy, the Legionnaires, all of them, and being their leader. Because Superman's still there, but he does his own thing. And they're like the new Justice League, but in the future. Like the future, like past Batman Beyond future. So I always wanted to see that. You know, the Kara from Smallville did that in Smallville, so you know it's a possibility that it could actually happen here. That'd be a great way to end it. But then you can also bring her back for a new show. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. We just don't know what's gonna happen moving forward with the Supergirl character. We are getting her in the Flash movie, you know, with Ezra Miller Flash. So that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see that. The new version of Supergirl is gonna be coming soon, so that's gonna be fun. But if Melissa Benoist is done with this character, I am looking forward to seeing what happens for this last season. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode, and also, what are you guys looking forward to for this final season? What do you guys want? You guys want to see a big bad like Zod? Maybe Zod shows up here. Maybe Darkseid to set up the next, you know, crossover, which will probably happen next year. I don't think there's no crossover this year, which is a bummer, but that's okay. We can wait till next year to see if we can get a big crossover. Maybe to bring Oliver back. Who knows? But only time will tell. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Stay tuned for more. And thank you very much. And have a good day.